Welcome, welcome one and all. I love science, may not be a witch, but here I am, I'm the Science Witch, and I need a better way to open this. I mean, I like my intro, but I need a better way to transition into things instead of awkwardly just going, we got headcanons. Analysis time. Now, due to popular demand, this week, or video, considering not every week, but, SORIEL, which is Sans the skeleton and Toriel the goat mom from Undertale. Okay, I see a lot of really cute fan art for this ship, and I must say, it's not a ship I'm against. And like I said, I don't really have any ships that I'm against, but besides like incest or something, or pedophilia, I'm not those. But Sans and Toriel, just, I don't know, it was something that didn't necessarily click with me at first. I mean, I when watching people play through it, I caught on with the subtlety of it, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed their interactions and everything, and how Toriel is also pun garbage along with Sans, which is amazing. But overall, I think they'd make a good couple. Despite the fact that, you know, Toriel is a goat and Sans is a skeleton, it seems like a really odd pair, but then again, Mettaton and Papyrus is similarly weird, as Mettaton started out as a ghost, was then a calculator, and then a sexy robot, and then a sexy robot with wings. Who had some really good legs. So I guess it would be hypocritical for me to say that Papyrus or that SORIEL would be a oddly paired ship, even though it's not. And that's kind of one of the things I love about Undertale, is that the different character interactions, and they're not all the same. All the interactions are different, and all the characters have their own personalities, blah blah blah. Canon queer characters, that's enough about the game itself. The ship is very sound. It is very, very easy to back up, and it's very, very easy to support. Sans and Toriel have a lot in common, but the thing they have in common the most is their love for puns. And me knowing from experience, you can build an entire friendship or relationship off puns. I mean, what's not to love about puns besides the fact that they're terrible? And they're both full of them. They met by chance, and they didn't even know what each other looked like. Which kind of adds to the whole mysterious aspect of it, how Toriel's like, look, I'm not going to give you my name until we meet in person. Sans is like, alright, fine. From the dialogue that comes from both Sans and Toriel, I think the feelings would be mutual between them, and it's heavily hinted at that they are mutual, because when Toriel hears Sans' voice or vice versa, she goes right over to Sans, and that could just be because they were meeting and everything, but still, they continued to act differently around one another and everything. And I know Alphys did point out something where Toriel said, who would want to flirt with an old woman like me? And Alphys was like, you have no idea, Toriel, you have no idea. So she was obviously hinting at something. So she could have either been hinting at Asgore or at Sans, but I most likely think it was Sans, which just better supports it. It's got a lot of dynamics besides the puns, but they also have a lot of opposing qualities too. Like, Toriel is generally a caretaker, and I know Sans takes very good care of Papyrus, but I think other than Papyrus, because of the fact that he's given up on so much, he wouldn't be the greatest of caretakers, because he's like, what does it even matter? It doesn't matter. It was only when he made the promise to Toriel that he looked after the human, the fallen human, Frisk. He kept his promise. And he says to her, I don't normally make promises, which is huge. To have someone who you would do something for, you haven't even seen their face, and you've only said cheap puns back and forth and talked about your brother and everything. I'm sure they talked about a lot of other stuff, but that was the few things they mentioned in the dialogue itself. To put aside his original I don't make promises facade and take on the promise to take care of anyone who comes down this way, that's huge. Especially when Sans knows the fact that this human is the fate of the monsters and the humans, or the relationship between the monsters and the humans. But he does it anyway because it's Toriel. He trusts her even though he doesn't know her. What was I saying? Crap. I'm still curious about what exactly, I know what the falling out between Asgore and Toriel was, but her grudge seems a little bit extreme. The fact that she won't even, go near him seems a little far-fetched. Even though he wants to be friends and he wants to make things right, she absolutely refuses. Which is kind of extreme if you ask me, but Toriel and I are two completely different people. More of their trust aspect and how they basically clicked instantly is probably what sparked the feelings between the two of them. I know for sure that when you meet someone and there's an instant spark, it can go anywhere. And that's really what went on with Toriel and Sans. I think post-pacifist run, these two would make a great family. Not have kids of their own or anything, because I'm pretty sure it was confirmed by Toby Fox. I've been told this by someone else, but that Sans and Papyrus are both asexual, but don't quote me on that. But raising Frisk and just making a family, they do a really great job at that because of how Sans is sort of a protector and Toriel is more of a caretaker. It just fits. They take on that family outlook, but yet they all started out as friends, so it just makes a happy family. And because of the whole happy family aspect and and post-pacifist run things, I can see it going a really long way. I can definitely see it going a long way. And I can also see Toriel helping with Sans' depression a lot. Even after they get out of the thing and he's like,
oh, they're gonna reset it.
And I think she would be able to help him a lot with some consolation, but yeah, that would make it even more heartbreaking if the timeline was reset. He would remember everything and no one else would. It would suck for him and I would feel terribly. Toriel would sort of be like a saving grace for Sans and kind of give him a reason not to give up, because that seems to be a theme going on between Sans throughout a lot of the especially the genocide route. Sans has given up on everything. As friends or partners, these two would do really, really well together. And I think that there's a really high chance of them getting together, and I think for my final compatibility rating, I guess you can call it, I still need to come up with a name for the compatibility test or percentage. So if anyone's got anything witty that I could use for that, let me know please, because I need help. I'm not very creative, as you can tell. I give them, I think, 93? It would fall somewhere between probably the 93 and 96 range. And I know I've given a lot of the ships that I've analyzed right now really high compatibility ratings, but that's more just because I like to compare their personalities, and if they were to get together, I think they'd work out really well. So they are compatible. And Sans and Toriel are no excuse, no acceptance. They still would make a phenomenal couple. They'd be one hell of a team. PTA meetings would be bomb as hell. Like, oh my god, Sans just going in there like, sup bitches, throwing people against the wall, fuck you Helen. PTA AU is my favorite. And Toriel's basically like lighting shit on fire, and I don't even know what I'm talking about right now, but they'd fuck shit up. 100% they would fuck some shit up at PTA meetings. I don't think anyone else, at least in any other monsters, I don't think they'd have a problem with that. You know, one thing I never really thought about, and this kind of doesn't really have to do with Soriel, is the very small population in Undertale. I mean, if you assume that most of the enemies that you kill, or the number of enemies that you kill, sort of deals with the population, that would be a very, very small population, and that compared to the billions of humans on Earth, I don't know if that would fare all too well. I feel like another Azrael situation would have. But aside from that, Sans and Toriel, A+ couple, good shit, that's some good shit right there. Sansy Boy and Goat Mom. 93% compatibility rate. At a minimum, it'd be about probably 85. 85 is the minimum, max is 95, so I'm gonna go with 93. And that's where I'm gonna keep it. You guys will should be expecting a headcanon video next week after this is uploaded, which is hopefully going to be on time, which is on Friday. But I will try and get this edited and uploaded on time, so you will know if it's uploaded on time, if it is uploaded on this Friday, and I don't know what the date. Oh, it's the 8th. Friday is the 8th. So if uploaded January 8th, I am on time, and that would be great. New Year's resolution, upload shit on time. That'd be wonderful. I may or may not get some of my friends together and do like challenges eventually, like Bean Boozled. I may do a few of those if I reach any more milestones. Like, I'll probably do something for 500 if that ever happens. I want to add some more humorous content, because that kind of stuff is something I've always wanted to do, but never really had the opportunity or the purpose to do it. So this seems like a great opportunity to do stuff like that, and a good way to get my friends together so we can all just hang out and do some crazy stuff. Not really crazy, but weird stuff. That just makes it sound worse. Do some things. That sounds bad too. Do some fun challenges. That's better. And I also am told that my expressiveness is very top-notch, so reaction videos would probably be pretty good for this channel. Good, funny content, more than just the occasional weird face or weird expressions or weird things I say in these types of videos. So again, I don't know if that's gonna happen. It might happen. I have edited right now, I have a reaction to 2 Girls, 1 Cup, because I got curious and decided to watch it for the first time, and may or may not post that, no idea, but that's it for now. I will hopefully be getting ready to do some new things. Again, like I stated earlier, headcanon video for Soriel coming up next week. Finally, thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, take a stab at that like button to let me know. And I hope to see each and every one of you sometime in the very near future. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye! Aww. Bunny. She's cute.